Hello Internet, this is BoneCarlos coming to you live with a quote-unquote weapons optimization guide. Today we're going to take a look at the KSG 12 in its entirety. Unlocked right out of the gates at level 4 alongside the USAS 12. This is a pump action shotgun with a 12 shell ammo capacity, and the damage is the second highest in the shotgun classes with 28 up close and 15 at a distance. And with the recent updated patch, it now shoots 9 pellets per shot. So bring the total damage of 252 and 135. Now this is pretty much just kept in balance by the slow rate of fire of this pump action shotgun. Since it is a shotgun, things like recoil and iron sights are pretty much thrown out the window, since you could hit fire this thing pretty easily. With that in mind and all these stats in mind, I went ahead and started my testing and theory building and all that good stuff, and there was two main classes that I ended up using overall. The first one being the basic rushing slayer type class, and for my attachment I ended up using red dot sight over any other attachment, not because the red dot sight is such a great attachment or there's any particular glitch, but just because the KSG doesn't really don't really need any of the other attachments. I mean, extended magazines, it already has a 12 round ammo capacity, and with a slow rate of fire, you don't really need extended mags. You're not going to be spamming the shots like the striker. So I found that using the red dot sight kind of zooms it in enough where it keeps that bullet spread from spreading out too far and just making sure those extra pellets just hit that target. For my proficiency, I ended up using damage. You might want to say to slap on range, since on paper it's still a one-shot kill, but I found myself not really enjoying it as much. I was still getting plenty of hit markers and things that I just didn't really enjoy, so damage is an obvious choice for it, especially since after using it, the minimum damage I do inflict is 21, so bring up the pellets that you need to kill an individual down to 5 instead of, I think it's like 6 or 7 without it. So for my first perk, since this is a rushing class, I ended up using Extreme Conditioning or Blind Eye, whichever one you prefer, depending on the map, especially. For my second one, I ended up using Blast Shield. Now, since this is such a low rate of fire weapon, you don't want anything affecting your lateral movement, and you want to make sure every shot counts, and you don't want those pesky flash or stun grenades just slowing you down in any way. So Blast Shield Pro is definitely a great perk for this class. And for my third perk, I ended up using Stalker overall. You can use Steady Aim, but really, it's such a high damaging weapon already. Steady Aim, I found I didn't really use Steady Aim that much, and I didn't really fire from the hip as much. I ended up just kind of quote-unquote quick scoping with this weapon. So for my second class, I actually used it as a sort of just a shutdown, any kind of avenue of attack, and just holding a room or a building to yourself. Now, for this, the attachment I ended up using was a silencer. I know, a silencer pretty much brings a shotgun effective range down to about sneezing level. But since you're only going to be using it in tight quarters, it doesn't really matter. And coupled with the fact that if you do put damage on it, it's going to be a one-shot kill when you do connect. I very rarely got hit markers with using the silencer and damage, and that was very satisfying feeling. To be able to do so. Now for my first perk, I ended up using Sleight of Hand more so than anything else, just because you never know how many times you're going to be rushed or when you're holding down that position, so being able to reload quickly is pretty much what you want to be able to do. For my second perk, I ended up using Assassin. Obvious reasons, just keep off any kind of enemy radar or anything like that. And for the third perk, I ended up using Dead Silence, again for obvious reasons. Nothing else really helps, not even Steady Aim, because I already mentioned that, and this holds true for this class as well. So that was it for that. I hope you guys enjoyed. If not, leave a comment down below on what I could do to make these more enjoyable for you. Also, leave a comment down below if there's a certain weapon type that you want me to do next. So either a submachine gun, light machine gun, sniper rifle, or another shotgun video. Assault rifles, not so much. I've already done enough, and I don't want to go through all of them that quickly. So that's that. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm gonna get on out of here.